path to reconciliation and recovery is still long. On the one hand, we see very encouraging steps. The agreement between the central authorities and the Kurdish SDF, for instance, is nothing short but historic. Also important is the signing of a constitutional declaration by interim President al-Sham. On the other hand, the attacks on security forces and the violence against civilians in Syria's coastal region show that the situation remains fragile. Once again, we have seen Syrian mothers weeping for their lost children and old wounds reopen. But we also see the Syrian authorities' commitment to bring the perpetrators to justice, to protect minorities, and to form an inclusive government. All of this is vital for reconciliation. From our side, we must do everything in our power to support these goals and to support a successful transition. And this is the reason why we are all gathered here today. We want the Syrian people to know that we will be with them every step of their way. And this is why it is so important that for the first time we're joined by Minister al-Shaibani. A very warm welcome. In the past, we have always worked for Syria and for Syrians. But today, we can finally work with Syria. And this gives a new meaning to the Brussels conference. So we would like to hear from you about the needs of your people and your plans for rebuilding state institutions. For every new step you take towards an inclusive political transition, we are ready to move forward together with you. Europe is ready to do its part, and this is what I would like to focus on. My first point. Since the start of the conflict, we have provided over 37 billion euros in support of Syria. Now that Assad has fallen, this support is even more important. According to the UNHCR, 1.5 million Syrians might return to their country already this year, and 2 more million people who are currently displaced within Syria could potentially return to their homes. Today we are working with the host countries and the UN agencies to support them along the way. So basic services must be restored. Electricity is only available for a few hours per day. There's not enough drinking water. Syrian children must be able to go back to school. All this, and you know, much, much more is necessary and vital to rebuild a normal and a dignified life.